We are heating up again in college basketball on a 6-1 run entering Saturday and breaking down 3 more games for you right here completely free. We're going to get you the information you need to make informed decisions and make money on this Saturday. Let's get into it. We're going to start with the biggest matchup on the Saturday card as Auburn heads to Lexington, Kentucky to try and pick up a win. They're listed as favorites here, but no player on the Auburn roster was even born the last time the Tigers picked up a win in Lexington. That's right. Auburn has not won in Lexington in over 35 years. They've lost 20 straight games there. So can they put an end to it this year? Obviously, those were different teams. And we know how good Auburn is, right? But behind Janai Broome and Baker Mazzara, all these guys that can knock down threes and are so versatile, there's a reason they're favored. But let's not just overlook the Kentucky Wildcats, who just had a nice road victory over Oklahoma, because Mark Pope's team can flat out score. Pope has a completely different coaching style than John Calipari. He's more positive. We'll just leave it at that. He's a positive guy. But what they lack on the defensive end, they more than make up for on offense. Kentucky, third in the nation in points per game. They rank sixth in adjusted offensive efficiency and top 30 in both 2 and 3 point shooting percentage. Auburn isn't going to slow that down in front of Big Blue Nation at home. Kentucky is going to score right alongside Auburn. So that puts us in the position of recommending the over in this one because a lot of points are going to be scored. But if you are looking for a live home dog, you might want to put some money on Kentucky in this one plus the points. They can absolutely take care of business. And as I mentioned, history is on their side. Amari Williams down low is an absolute force. They just got Lamont Butler back. He's one of the best defensive point guards in the entire nation. Jackson Robinson questionable, but Otega Owe, one of the most talented players in the entire country. Don't sleep on the Kentucky Wildcats plus the points. Now, I mentioned that we have been running hot off the top, and we are on a 6-1 college basketball run. We're also on a 6-1 free pick run, and I have a best bet going down that you do not want to miss. So make sure you click the link in the description down there below. WT.buzz/JA is the short link to get directly to my page. You can grab my best bet. We have all kinds of specials all the time. And right now, you can grab the rest of college basketball season for under $5 a day. That gets you every pick, including my 5% max bets, all the way through the national championship. Also, I am a very good baseball handicapper historically. And with baseball just around the corner, if you want a special on that, we can certainly hook you up if there's not one already there on the page. Early bird special is probably already out, but consider getting a baseball subscription long term. The longer you sign up for, the more money you save. So tailing the free picks is great, but you want to become a client and get the best bets if you want to make money, if you're taking your sports betting game seriously. So click the link down in the description below, become a client, grab my best bet, take advantage of one of the specials, and let's keep going. So you all know that March Madness is right around the corner, and you also know that teams need to be playing, they need to be peaking going into March. And no one knows that better than Dan Hurley because his team has won back-to-back national titles. And what they need to do is they need to stomp on inferior competition, especially teams that there are indications have quit on the season. And Providence coach Kim English came out and said that his team's effort was just simply not there when they scored just 52 points and lost by 30 to Marquette last time out. I wish I could say this was an isolated incident, but Providence has lost 6 of their past 7 games straight up, the only win in that time span coming against Villanova. They also lost to UConn earlier in the season. UConn laying a bit of chalk here. You're paying a premium for this pick, which is why I'm giving it out as a free pick rather than a client selection, UConn going on the road. But Providence, the wheels have fallen off here. What's going on? Meanwhile, the Huskies, 14th in adjusted offensive efficiency. They are a force down low and have the ability to shoot the three. Danny Hurley should have his guys fired up and ready to go as they take care of subpar competition like the Friars. So I'm going to lean UConn in this one. And while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and comment down below. Let us know who you're on. Any thoughts or feedback are welcome. And we really appreciate you tuning in. It's great for the algorithm. WagerTalk, the #1 sports betting content service on YouTube. So show the channel some love by hitting that like button as we get into our top play of the day that's free. Heading back to the SEC and Texas A&M, Florida. Let's talk about that. All right, the Aggies have dropped 3 straight games, both straight up and against the spread as they head down to Gainesville. And things are not looking good for them for a variety of reasons. Okay, so if you don't know, Buzz Williams is the coach of Texas A&M, and his philosophy based on the talent level and the inability to make shots. This is how Texas A&M wins games. They're one of the worst shooting teams in the entire nation, but the best offensive rebounding team. So they get second chance opportunities. They get to the line where they're not good there either, but they're going to get to the line a lot, and they capitalize on buckets around the basket based on those offensive rebounds. Big problem with that when you play Florida, because Florida has 3 talented bigs down low. You got Hauk, you got Condon, and you got Chinyelu, who is a man. If you have not seen him, this dude is strong. All of them can rebound the ball, are physical, and 2 of the 3 have significant basketball skills down low. So rebounding going to be a major issue for Texas A&M in this one, even though they have good bigs as well. Now, guard play is also much better for Florida. Walter Clayton Jr., Elijah Martin, the transfer from Florida Atlantic, and guys off the bench that can hit the three. They are more talented at every position on the court, Florida is. To make matters even worse, this is a great spot to be backing Florida because they just lost to Georgia in what was an embarrassing loss. The final score was not at all indicative of how that game played out. Florida was down big early. They made a push late and came back, but then Georgia eventually won the game. It was kind of an embarrassing performance for a Gators team that is extremely talented, and I've been saying they can win the national championship for months. I think everyone's now on board with that, but the Gators had previously won 6 straight games, all by at least 9 points. Now they return home in a bounce-back spot in front of the home crowd. The Florida Gators are going to win this game by double digits. Go ahead and lay the chalk with the Gators. Then go grab my best bet and specials over on the site. Make it a huge payday. The clients and I cashed in big yesterday. We had Purdue. We cashed with UNLV, and our free pick cashed on the Bulls. So the weekend has already started off huge for the clients. Do not miss out if you are not a client. Become one right now. Grab my best bet and let's cash together.